So Brad, I'm so excited to do Success Accelerator again. And I mean, this is my third time, and every time I think I learned something new. So I just wanted to like touch on something that I think a lot of people maybe question or they wonder, they're running their business and they don't see success. Like so many people might not see success, and other people seem to do it like without any problems, you know?
Yeah.
Why would you say that is?
Yeah, that's a great question, Tammy. I think, and it's so easy when you see other people crushing it to be like, what am I doing wrong? And you take their success to mean your failure. And you start to get in your head, like, is it not meant for me? But what most people don't recognize is that success is like a combination lock. And that if you don't have each of the three numbers aligned, that lock is not going to open. So when someone starts to go after a goal or a dream, the first thing we need to take a look at is what lock are they trying to open? Most people are trying to open a lock that's not actually the lock they want to open. They're conditioned to think they should play smaller or want something less than what their heart really wants. So the first thing to look at is, what do you actually want? What would you go after if you have three times more courage and three times more energy than you do right now? But then the numbers needed to open that lock. What most people do when they think about a goal or a dream is they ask, what do I need to do? What's the strategy? And the strategy matters, right? It matters. You can't head east looking for a sunset. You can't put the eggs in after a cake's done baking and expect a result, right? So the strategy matters, but it just matters the least. Because if you have, let's say, limiting beliefs and toxic thought patterns playing behind the scenes that say, I'm a failure, I'll never be successful, I'm not worthy. It doesn't matter if you have the right strategy, you won't apply it so the lock won't open. So strategy is just one of the three numbers. The other two numbers are number one, your emotions that you live in consistently. Like if you think about it, who's going to take more inspired action? Someone that is in overwhelm, depression, sadness, anxiety, or someone that's in gratitude, love, and happiness, right? Obviously, the latter. And most people don't recognize that they have an emotional home that they go back to that's limiting them. So they're trying to create a dream that's full of possibility from a place of anxiety. It doesn't work. So we need to make sure that our emotions are at a place consistently that align with the actions that will yield the results. The second number is your belief systems, or your BS in most cases, right? But belief systems meaning, what do you believe about yourself, about success, about possibility, about business, about money? Like if you believe money is hard to make, you're not going to take any different action and you're not going to get any different results. So you're going to believe it's harder to make. And so we need to identify what are the subconscious beliefs going on behind the scenes about you, about success, about money, whatever it is, that are limiting you, and rip those out. And once you have those three numbers aligned, you have the emotions aligned with the lock you want to open, you have your beliefs aligned with the lock you want to open, and you have the right how-tos aligned with the lock you want to open, then the lock opens and it becomes so much easier. And this is what successful people are doing that unsuccessful people aren't. Most unsuccessful people are just looking at how when they need to be looking at the full picture.
No, totally makes sense. Totally makes sense. Well, thank you for that.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to learning more in the coming weeks.
It's going to be great. I'm excited to see you guys in the Success Accelerator. It'll be amazing.